'Tis the season for planning, organizing, decluttering. So today I will share 2 planners with you to help you start your new year out right. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is Christmas break. We are in that weird world of the week between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know about you, but most days I don't know what day it is. I don't know what hour it is. I have no idea what it is I'm supposed to be doing. We have been spending a lot of time in pajamas and in sweatpants playing board games and watching movies and just relaxing. But like so many of you, I'm also spending a lot of this time thinking about January, thinking about the new year and how we are going to refresh and restart our homeschool and our home and our life. I start thinking about goal planning and scheduling and rhythms and routines, and that honestly leads me to planners. So today I have 2 planners to share with you. The first is my homeschool planner. This is what I use weekly to plan out all of our lessons and activities and things that are going on in our homeschool. The second is my productivity planner. This is something I use daily to block out my time, write down all of my to-do lists, and honestly just organize all of those random thoughts that roll around in a mama's brain. Full disclosure, I purchased both of these back in July area. Actually, some of the footage that you're going to see of filming of flip-throughs of these were actually filmed over the summer. Oftentimes, I like to refresh my planners in the summer as we are restarting a new homeschool year. There are other times when I like to get new planners in January and just have the whole, calendar year, January to December planned out. It's just a preference. Sometimes I do it one way, sometimes I do it another. But summer and January are the 2 times of year where I really like to be intentional and think through how I use my planners. All right, so first up, let's talk about my homeschool planner. This is a planner from Plum Paper. It is their homeschool teacher planner. I have actually ordered several products, several planners from Plum Paper throughout the years. I really love that you can customize and kind of make their calendars and planners your own. So I don't know about you all, but I am extremely picky when it comes to my planning, when it comes to a planner like this. I like things set up a certain way in a certain order. I am definitely a vertical planner, not a horizontal person. I like to have things written out in almost a time segment or to-do list type of format. And so that's just how my brain works. But do know that there are a lot of different options about your layouts and things that you can have from Plum Paper. All right, let's just jump right in and see what the planner looks like. Now, the front cover, as you can see, first of all, has a clear plastic protector on it. The next page, the cover itself is actually made out of another type of plasticky material. It is really sturdy, really well done. You can spill coffee on the front of this bad boy. It is not going to stain. One of the things I love about Plum Paper is that you get to design all of this yourself. So on the Plum Paper website, as I choose the teacher planner, I am using the homeschool planner. This is their 8.5 by 11 inch planner, and I chose the Teacher 1 homeschool layout. Now, as you go to their website, the first thing you can do is you can customize your cover. So I went ahead and picked some of my, favorite patterns here: blues, oranges, whites, neutral colors. Next, you can add on your date, your name, whatever you want to do. All right, so let's go ahead and just flip open the planner, see what's on the inside. The first page is just your normal introduction page where you can write your name. So since I ordered this planner for the 2021-2020 school year, they included both of those years at a glance at the beginning of my planner, and I'll get this at the end, but they also put in a year at a glance page for 2023 at the back of the planner. The next page gives you your months spread out where you can write down special dates or field trips, and then you jump right into each of your monthly tabs. The first page here gives you some note-taking space. The second page is just your month at a glance. Next, you get into your week by week, and this is again where Plum Paper is really special and allows you to customize the inside of your calendar. So as you go to Plum's website, it will prompt you to customize each of your different sections. You can label them however you want. You could go through and write down each of the subjects. You could do each of your child's names. You could do different blocks of time, which is what I chose to do here. The first block is what I call our morning block. This is things we tried to get done before breakfast. Next is basket, which is our morning basket or morning time section. Next is group. These are subjects that we cover together as a group. Our unit studies, gather round, things like that. And then after that, I have each of my children's names listed out, and this is where I include all of their individual subjects. So we have one for Noah, one for Leah, one for Mariah, and then I group my toddlers, Ezra and Ava, together. Again, the beauty of Plum Paper, you can organize this however you want. You can do blocks of time, you can do individual subjects, you could do math, English, Bible, science, history, down the list. There are also horizontal layouts where you can have the days of the week going down the side and then each of your blocks or sections going across the top. The options are honestly endless. All right, so let's go ahead and just flip to the end of the planner and I'll show you some of the special sections that I included in the back. All right, so the first add-on I did was their Homeschool tab. Gives you pages that you can break down your students and your teacher goals. Another page to do more year at a glance note-taking. There are classroom resource pages, homeschool supply lists, attendance records if you want to do something like that. There is a place to keep track of your child's reading logs if you want to track all of the books that you're reading aloud to them or that they are reading on their own. There is a place to track your extracurricular activities and even grading pages if that is something that you utilize in your homeschool. The next page is a field trip log, and then the very last page is next year's goals. I really love this section. I think it is really helpful, and it may seem a little bit strange, but I actually added on 2 of these sections in my planner, 2 homeschool tabs. I have 5 children that I am, planning school for. I do a little bit of school with my 2 and 3-year-old, my toddlers, some preschool kind of things. And this really only gave me space for 3 children per section. And so I went ahead and did 2 homeschool sections so I could have plenty of space to take notes for all 5 of my kids. Again, depending on the size of your homeschool, whether you have 1 child or 10 children, you could add on more sections in the back. Just keep in mind every section that you add costs a little bit more. The next section that I added to the back of my planner is just a checklist section. This is an area where they provide you just blank checklist pages, kind of like a spreadsheet. These will give you the option to use these for grading or reading logs or anything that you're really wanting to track in your homeschool. I like the flexibility that I can make these my own and use them for whatever I want throughout the homeschool year. The last section that I included in my planner was just a notes section. I just put some lined blank note pages in the back so that I have plenty of space to kind of brain dump, brainstorm, jot things down throughout the year as I need to. You never know what you need to write down for your homeschool. At the very back of the planner, they do include a few extra pages. There is a contact page where you could write down kind of like address book style people that you want to keep track of. There is also a password page if you want to write out your passwords for different websites or things like that. Then there is also a just 1-page year at a glance for the following year for 2023. And then at the very back of the planner, I added in some teacher sticker pages. I like these just to kind of, jazz up my planning a little bit. I do like to color coordinate. I do like to use stickers just to kind of make it fun. I have found that the more excited and more I enjoy using my planner, the more I actually use it. And so I did go ahead and include some of those sticker pages at the end. The last couple pages of the planner I find really, really helpful. There is just kind of a pocket folder page here where you can stash papers. And then the last 2 pages are some clear plastic protective sheets. Again, kind of pocket style if there's documents or things you want to hold on to and really protect from coffee spills or other things like that. There are a couple of those included at the very end. Again, that back cover is made out of that really thick plasticky kind of material, and then there is a page protector plastic guard for your very last page. Something else I want to mention is Plum Paper even allows you to customize the colors of your tabs. They have a few different options for you to choose from, a modern color scheme or a classic color scheme. So you can kind of choose the colors of your tabs to coordinate with the front of your planner. There are also options from Plum Paper about your binding. I know that this is a very hot button issue for so many mamas out there. I went with the metal coil binding, but there are disc options, there are blank page options. You just check out their website. There are definitely binding options with this planner. All right, so I will kind of give you guys my honest thoughts about this planner. I have used it a good bit over the last 4 or 5 months. There was definitely some time during our move and we were on hiatus. I did not even pick it up. But when we have been actively homeschooling, I have used this planner a ton. It has really helped to keep me organized. And again, the thing I love about it is that it is so customizable. I can make it work for me and for my kids for our homeschool. Now, that being said, customization, it does come with a price. All in all, I think I ended up spending close to around $70 on this planner in general. That will, change from person to person depending on the add-ons and things like that that you put in with your planner, but it does have a good bit of a price tag to customize it and make it what you want for your homeschool. All right, so next up is my productivity planner. This is from Jordan Page. She has a website called funcheaperfree.com. I will put it down below. I have followed her YouTube channel for several years now. I have learned so much from her just about organization and big family life and things like that. Last year in 2020, for a month, she offered her productivity boot camp for free, and a friend of mine and I both followed along and watched all of those videos, and I found them to be so encouraging and so helpful. And so because of that, I went ahead and splurged this year and bought her productivity planner. I thought I would just test it out. This is her 6-month undated productivity planner. Now, before we jump in and look too closely at a flip through of this planner, I do want to preface that this is a very different type of planner. This is not your normal calendar, to-do list kind of planner. This is a much different type of thinking. I would definitely point you to Jordan Page's YouTube channel. I'll make sure to link some things down below. But this is really based on her concept of time blocking your day. She does a much better job of explaining it than I do, but the basic idea is that you are breaking your day into chunks, maybe a before breakfast block, an after breakfast block, a lunchtime block, an afternoon nap time block, an evening or after school block, and that you are writing out your to-dos and your tasks in those different frames of time to really help you focus in and be productive in each of those separate chunks of time throughout your day. This is really just a different concept, something I had never really thought through before, but let me just say that this planner is meant for that type of productivity and planning. If you're looking for just a normal calendar or planner, this is not it. This is something very special. So the cover of the productivity planner is just a very thick cardboard. It does have kind of a glossy feel to it. It doesn't have any plastic protection or things like that. I really loved this neutral pattern, even with the kind of animal print. I'm not necessarily always an animal print kind of girl, but I thought it was fun for a planner. I liked the gold spiral binding as well as the gold lettering. It also has this really great gold band that helps to keep it shut, or you can use as a bookmark. I utilize this a lot, and again, I'm several months into using this planner, and this gold band is still holding up really, really well. The first page is just your normal introductory page where you can write your name and contact information. The next few pages are all from Jordan, kind of a letter to you and a how to use this entire planner. There is even a code on here that you can scan with your phone that will link you to some videos from Jordan to help you walk through how to utilize this planner. The next 2 pages are really just example pages that will help you kind of get a feel for how you could possibly time block your time, define each of your blocks, do some of the brain dump weekly planning or to-do lists, as well as your daily pages, how to set those up and how to utilize them. And then it jumps right into the planner. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking through this because again, it's just a really different type of planner. I will just do a flip through and I will point you to Jordan page if you want more help or more ideas on how this type of planning works. And that is it. It is a very simple planner in a lot of ways. I have used this week in and week out for several months now. It has been wonderful. It really helps me to wrap my brain around my day-to-day life, my to-do lists, my meal planning. It really helps me to chunk our time out every single day and helps me to be a little bit more intentional and focused on what our morning is going to look like, what our afternoon is going to look like, what our bedtime is going to look like. I just really love this planner. Now, the one thing I will say that I didn't love is just the lack of tabs or separation. I do have a little bit of a hard time keeping track of where I am in the planner because all of the pages do look so much alike. They are very just black and white, simple, not a lot of color, not a lot of frills or anything like that. So I did go ahead and add these post-it note tabs. These have been wonderful. They've held up really well. I'll make sure to link them down below. I included them in one of my favorite videos over the summer, but I love these tabs. They've worked really, really well. The other thing you could do is maybe just rip out your pages as you complete them, and then what you're doing is always at the front of your notebook. I think that would be an option as well if you're the type of person that doesn't mind ripping your pages out of a planner. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you enjoyed getting a little peek into the planners that I use every single day to keep this house and homeschool running. Both of these are just such a blessing to me. They really help just to keep me organized and on task. If you have any thoughts or questions about either one of these, please make sure to look down below in the description box. I'll include some extra information down there, or leave me a comment. All right, guys, I hope that you are having a wonderful Christmas break and are excited to start your new year out fresh. See you later.